Hello, welcome back to Tour and Explore. We're with Michael. We switched characters again. We are going to down this road, through here, past the four-way system, up into the wilderness, background, and then in here we're going to do this section of road. Then after that we'll do the big loop. So yeah, alright, without further ado, let's get going. And already we can see there's a jump. I bailed out just before the car went. Okay, let's do this. We're not facing traffic this time, so we have to be extra careful. So let's walk here. Of course, this road I think we was on last time heads towards the bridge. This is like probably the higher bit of the bridge. I think this is the highest point. We'll see. Oh, look at that city view, eh? So we're going to go down the road, and then once we've done that, we're going to hop over to the other side. Over the tram tracks as well. So we can face oncoming traffic. Did everyone enjoy be watching audio file watch when I recorded it? Oh, I was very amazed by that. I've been doing some thumbnails, so I'm all ready for the next game. Right, we are going across now.
Oh shit!
Should be able to cross over this, yeah. Brilliant.
Show some respect to the chariot, homie. Oh, fuck. What the? Damn.
Ooh.
You're kidding. What, you moron? You know what?
Call me a moron. Douchebag. Whoa. What the hell happened? I think there was a guy with a gun and they got, you know, run over a few more times. Damn. How far did I get? Probably just before. Do it there. Oh, cool. Oh man, I think you know what? Wait, I whistled. Come here.
So, the studio up and running? Man, that motherfucker a 50-year-old rapper.
I thought we were getting mugged.
He got guns all over his house. I'ma get my bacon tonight. Got some
Cap!
for the show. You know the legends can't get enough of your boys.
Hey, my man, where you going?
Strawberry.
Right away, sir.
You ratchet.
Come on, get the lead out.
Oh yeah. Skip that.
Okay, buddy, there you go.
Alright. Are we in the right spot? I think we are. Let me just double check. Yeah. There we go. Right, let's pick it up where we left off. Never pull out a gun on a freeway. What is that ticking noise? Computer camera down there. I think it's like workers working down there. That's what's making that ticky noise. Hey, do you know what? I think there's another jump there. Oh, I never noticed that before. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Mark it so if it is a jump, I think it is, man. She meant to do like there's for like to get like 100% achievements, you have to do something called miscellaneous.
Douche.
No way!
And that's like going under bridges, sideways through buildings, well, plane, and then I think doing stunt jumps as well. And I think that was one of them. Right, here we go. I think we've got further than before. We're on the road. Going over another road. That's the thing with these highways, they go over a lot of roads. I'm pretty sure I've seen that green car like 3 times now. What they do is just spawn in your position. You can see in the distance if you look carefully of how cars despawn. See, it's quite interesting, like doing those audio tours on Firewatch. You can now see how other games do it, like Mount Chiliad. I think that is over there. Might be wrong. No, it's not Mount Chiliad at all. But that mountain over there, that's like you see this? There's an invisible sign. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's an invisible like sign just here. What looks like oh, that's cool. I don't, there is. It looks like a street sign. What? Obviously, they removed it at some point, and it's like still there. You can't see it if I pan the camera this way, but if I pan the camera that way, you can clearly see it. Huh. I don't know if you can see that. Huh. Anyway, you can see, as I was saying, look at the mountain. That's clearly like a backdrop painting, and the closer you come, the structure gets closer. I would like to know how they did it, though. You know, like all of this is real. I can kick it, walk on it, you know. But looking at it behind me, you can see eventually that bridge will be rendered in as something you can touch. So you can always see the stuff, but you can't touch it. The closer you get, the more physical it comes. Like, I bet that bridge. Look, I could just see cars rendering onto it. So it probably comes like a colourful drop, and then as you closer it gets solid and so on and so on, and your character can walk on it. As the further we get out, you can probably see that now with the mountain, it's no longer just a shadow. You can kind of slowly see details into it, sketch into it. Yeah. Still see cars spawning in on the bridge, and they're like little dots. I don't think they're not physical objects yet until you get close. Like that van, you see that van in between the trees there? I bet you anything, at the moment it won't hit me because, you know, it's not a complete solid object, it just appears to be. But I think it's closer it comes a solid object. I think that's how it works. Like, look at the mountain now, like, you can see the grass on it now. Go back to the bridge, still see cars spawn on it. The road signs look a bit blurry. You know, I think it's also to do a rendering. No, a bit of broken bit here. Amazing they didn't close off the road. Bit of health and safety. Now I can see, as I get close to the mountain, there's some struck buildings down over there. Beforehand it was a silhouette, now I can see some distance. And the bridge I can still see. Right, I bet, like, if you zoom out and take your character over there until it renders in, it takes a while to render in. I think there is some PC mods where you can actually pick up your character and take them somewhere else. I'm pretty sure I've seen on YouTube. You know what? A video game developer must be a pretty cool job. Hard working job as all jobs are. But yeah. It's probably a lot of maths. A lot of I bet there's a lot of maths. Like a lot of art and maths I think you need. I can't figure out what you need the maths for. I'm pretty sure like the putting in how much, you know, how much of rendering you want. Probably design and technology and art would probably, and a bit of maths to be a video game, you know, maker. You also have a team, so one person will work on physics, someone will work on art, one person will work on light. Got character models, and you've got voice actors themselves who do this. So look at that bridge again. I think we're now, I can't really now see the bridge. It's gone over the hump. Going over the train tracks here. With the mountain itself, I can now see trees on the mountain. I can see like how the rock is developed. That bridge, oh, I can now see it now. No cars, I can't see any cars spawning. Look how skinny that bike looked. It looks like, look how chunky it was, and it just went really skinny. I think a lot of the time you don't really look behind. You know, it's not really a thing. Look, watch this bike. We're gonna watch this bike. Look how eventually it goes. It gets skinnier as it fades away. And some of the cars like disappear. They spawn in and they spawn out. It's very clever. I wonder if there's any videos online, game developers talking about how they made this game. I'm really fascinated now. I might Google it later. He's across the road. Push this bike again. A lot of cars got in the way last time. It's smaller and smaller. Look, it's a bit funny. Oh, look, he squidded off a bit to the left, and then he disappeared. And the mountain, we now can see what the buildings were. Yeah. Starting to focus in. It's very cool. So yeah, I had a look before we started to see if it, like Firewatch, if it had any, how they made the game and stuff, you know. But there isn't. Yeah. I think each game, I think if a game has an online aspect to it, then I think a lot of the time that game developers will do the story and then they'll do the online as well. if it's an online only game, then they'll probably focus on making the online experience good. I don't like online only games because you have to like no most of the time. One, there is like no story. Like for example, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. All the Call of Duty games have always had a story to them, but this one they just had like there is no story. You play online. I think most of the I think with Call of Duty they'll focus on having a what was they for trying to focus on the like a Fortnite scenario. I forgot what it's called. Last person standing element to it. Yeah, type thing. Like a Hunger Games type thing. I forgot what that type of game thing's called. If you guys know what I was trying to say, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, another thing, there's no story, and it's like just online, and like there is no like physical story, like you are the story, but it's all interactive online. Or another reason why I don't like it is they want you to work with your friends or with a team of people and stuff. Now, if I don't, I have one friend online. I have a couple of people, acquaintances, but I have one friend. To be honest, yeah, I know his friends, but I have one friend. Yeah, and I have been with groups of people, but I've never really like overly connected playing the game. I'm not, I think that's the reason why well, I got into YouTube because all my friends at the time were doing YouTube, and I thought I want to do it too. And it was the pandemic, of course. And then afterwards, it's more of like, something to do. Well, and we don't all play together. We don't wake up and play and stuff, but life moves on. I think I have done in the past, but I've never done anything to like work together as a team. I've never really experienced that. So the online games are great if a team, but if you're relying on random people, it may work, it may be good, but this guy, nah. It's all against all most of the time. Yeah. A good online game should work as, if it's online only, is you can interact with online people, but don't rely on, other people to help you. You should play the game as a team or as an individual. So when people are at work or school, or you have no one to play to, at least you can still play the online only game by yourself. Yeah. And for me personally, I prefer story games like GTA, Firewatch, type thing. Thrillville wouldn't call it a story game, more of a creative game like Minecraft. But it's got a story to it, but it's not a story-driven game. Maybe in the future, if I ever meet anyone new online, maybe I might change my mind about online-only games. When it comes to like single-player games, we're going back to the audio thing, like in Firewatch had, where they tell you how they made the game and what they wanted to do, what they had to took out, what they wanted to put in, character models and all that lot. You know, a lot of games don't do that because I think it's like it's hard because in the movie they play the movie, but then they have, you know, they talk over it, you know. Also, I don't like those because one, I've already watched it once, and I don't like to watch it twice. Also, the audio still goes on. The characters in the movie still talk, and then they talk over the characters. I just find that annoying. Yeah. Also, I find it a bit. Personally, I find it a bit. I don't know what the word is. It's like I just want to play. I just want to watch. I'm not overly interested. Is probably the correct word. But I don't know. Sometimes it's quite interesting to hear how they did it. Done well, I think, is the thing I'm looking for. So, like single player games. Yeah. I think they can do online better. I think there wasn't much to tour and explore really because it's just the highway. But I think this is going into the deserty regions. Around about here, I'll mark it so we know where we are. I think it's a good place to stop. I'll just do a quick save. There we go. And yeah, I think we'll stop there. There's not much. We'll do some more next time. But yeah, to summarize that, I think a lot of game developers can't do audio description because how will they do it? How would they show it? Would it be with a video? Would it be like the Firewatch thing we just watched? And will they have little, like, I bet you anything they could do an audio description in GTA, set up little marker points everywhere, and they'll tell you about, oh, in this area we did this, and this area we did that. I think that's what games should do. Like for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Origins, they had the tour mode where you go in and whenever you see like a Greek temple or the Egyptian pyramid, they talk about the history in real life, you know, and talk about the culture. So I bet you anything that they could do that, like, and games could do that. They'll have like, you know, a free roam area. Like if the game itself was, take Call of Duty, where you start at one end and you finish it at the other end, and it's all quick pace. You know, it'd be nice to know, you know, how they did it and why, what was their reason behind it. Like, and have a free roam where you could just roam around the whole map, okay, and then now and again you can go and, you know, go into the audio description thing, you know. So you got like online is great, you can interact with people. I think games, and I think if they do add more things, they add, the more longer it's going to take for a game to be released. So you can have the main game stories and stuff, and then side quests, blah blah blah, and then you have a free roam map where they might talk about how they made the game and what, you know, and the missions and stuff. And I don't know. I bet you could. I bet it won't be hard. I think it's time consuming, and there's a lot more coding and putting things in and stuff. That's why a lot of them game developers put in side missions and they put in online modes because it gives the player something to do than just playing the game, because a lot of players like to explore the map of the game. That's what I'm doing, to explore. I'm just wandering around, seeing if there's any collectibles I can find, see anything I missed, just looking at the map. Like today we've done rendering. Anyway, as I said, this is a great place to stop, and we'll probably maybe talk about something else like this next week. Who knows? I wonder what that... Never mind. Yeah, well, there we go. Well, thank you so much for watching from me and Michael. I'd just like to say thank you so much. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified on videos and video and broadcasts. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.